guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a first impressions video on a game that I've been waiting 13 years for, and that game is Kingdom Hearts 3. Although this video will be completely spoiler-free, I will have commentary on certain occurrences and characters that come up within the first 5 or 6 hours, so keep that in mind as you watch. And now after all that time, and after enduring all those in-between games like Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, 358 over 2 days, Birth by Sleep, 1.5 Remix, 2.8, oh my god. We start out in Kingdom Hearts 2.9? This is the sum of all my nightmares. But it does get better. Now, this first impressions video is based on me playing between 5 and 6 hours of the game so far. The good thing is, even just starting out in Kingdom Hearts 3, you get that same sweet nostalgic feeling that you get playing all the other Kingdom Hearts games. However, I have to say that Kingdom Hearts 3 started on a less strong narrative than Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Both had its own sense of urgency or mystery. Number 1 starting out on Destiny Islands where the Heartless were taking over, and number 2 you got to play as Roxas for the first time, which was kind of shocking at the time. If you didn't play Chain of Memories, you had really no idea what happened between number 1 and 2, and you were there solving the mystery and living your life as Roxas. And by the time you got to be Sora again, you already grew an attachment to Roxas. So that was a really fascinating way to start 1 and 2. 3 starts on a note where you really feel like it's picking up a lot of the disjointed pieces that happen in the games that occurred between number 1 and 2. Now, note also that the game pretty much assumes that you have played all these games or are at least familiar with the story that happened in between. It does have a nice memory archive just in case you're not familiar or you need a good refresher. However, I do recommend that you either play the games or, because these games were released on lots of different handheld systems, I don't think it's fair to necessarily ask people to play all of them. And in fact, I think that that was 1, a bad way to share the story of this game, and 2, a really bad business decision on Square Enix's part. As much as I absolutely love this series, and this series has been a part of my life since 2006, I'm going to say straight off the bat that that was a really poor decision on their part. What I would recommend to do in the meantime, though, is to watch a video that summarizes the story between 2 and 3. One video that I recommend is by Eurogamer, which I will link down below for you guys. All that being said though, I love that Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally out. We've waited so long between the releases of Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 that the release of this game feels surreal in a way. I got into this series nearly half of my life ago. I'm so thrilled that it finally came out, but at the same time, we never should have waited this long. I will continue by saying though that I'm really enjoying this game so far. We have new inventions like the gummy phone and little Instagram images during loading screens, which I find to be quite delightful and very much in the spirit of Sora and his friends. In addition, the gummy ship is back, which is always an exciting part of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I'm not sure how much you can customize or even create new gummy ships. That's something that I certainly hope will happen in the future, because as difficult as it is to build a gummy ship from scratch, sometimes it can be really fun and you can create some really creative projects with it. So far, we've had some familiar characters come back, and I've even already encountered some new Disney characters that weren't there in Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, or many of the games that happened in between. Each time I feel like their appearance is properly touching, much in the style of Kingdom Hearts. And as much as these first Disney characters that we encounter are pretty charming, my heart wasn't fully into it until the moment that you revisited Twilight Town. Now, in my opinion, the very best part of Kingdom Hearts are the original worlds, like Twilight Town and the world that never was. So when I see what Square Enix cooks up for their original worlds, I always get excited, and I was just as excited to revisit Twilight Town, which in my opinion was one of the best places to go in all of the series. As soon as the music kicked in, you got this nostalgic, wonderful feeling, and at one point they remixed the older theme to Twilight Town, which really brought me back to being in those early college days and just having that playing over and over in my dorm. That being said, the new and older music that they've included in the game so far is pretty wonderful. It's on par with the other games that they've already created, which were already top-notch. The gameplay feels pretty familiar so far. Of course, when you're starting out with the Kingdom Key, it feels a little bit jagged. And there is a slight learning curve with getting to know things like shortcuts and the new techniques. For one, they've introduced a new feature which summons a Disney ride during battle, which during boss battles can be incredibly fun, but I found that in the smaller battles that can be extremely cumbersome. In addition, it shares the same button as opening a chest, so when you're there, you're done with the battle and you want to open a chest, but instead you're summoning teacups, it can be quite annoying at times. I'm hoping that as I play, number one, that'll iron out a bit, and number two, I'll get used to that being there so I know to wait a moment before opening a chest. I'm still very early in the game, but I'm eager to explore the brand new Disney worlds that they have here. I'm excited to see familiar faces, piece together what I know of the story, and then meet new people in new worlds. Now here's the final question that I've been asking myself in preparation of making this video, which is the magic still there? Do I still have the same feelings for Kingdom Hearts that I had as a much younger person? And the answer is yes so far. So I'm so excited to see what the remainder of the game has in store. Now, as you've seen, a lot of the time I'll do a full review, and I did decide to make this one a first impression because I wanted the content to be there. I wanted to let you guys know my immediate feelings on the matter, but I also really want to savor this game. I've been waiting so long that I want to really play the full 30, 40, 50 hours that this game has in store instead of rushing it just to make a video. A lot of the time my first impressions are pretty solid, but usually I have one or two changes in my opinion by the end. And honestly, I really wouldn't have it any other way. I hope to be playing this game for a little while. Now, what do you guys think? Have you played through Kingdom Hearts yet? Have you played and finished already? I'd love to know your opinions on this. Also on the in-between games, because that's such a contentious matter in the series. So yeah, feel free to thumb up this video if you liked it and leave a comment down below. Also, fairly recently, I started a Ko-fi page. Not sure if it's Ko-fi? Because I had a couple people ask about a Patreon. Because my upload schedule can be a little bit sporadic, I didn't want to create something like a Patreon where you have to pledge a certain amount of money every month, but instead I wanted to make it so that if you did want to support me in any way, you can do that through Ko-fi, and there's absolutely no obligation to it and no subscription. So if you want to fuel me with caffeine, that would be so amazing. I'd appreciate it very much, and just know that there's no obligation, you don't have to, and there's no subscription that you have to sign up for. I will link my Ko-fi page down below. It's usually the first one in my social media list. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be good to each other as always, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a video about a game that I've been waiting 13 years to play, and that is Kingdom Hearts. I'm just gonna make sure I'm back in focus. Yeah, my HDMI port is sucking balls right now, excuse me. Oh my god, I was about to say something and I know I was gonna say it, and now I forgot because mother HDMI port had to go crazy on me. God, my god. Ah, what the I'm gonna have to bleep out half of this video.